Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Soy Lamin y bienvenido a Afro Spanish. And today we are going to be talking about accent. And no, not my accent, the Spanish accent mark.
Es el mismo jefe de todos, apodado el Señor de los cielos.
Welcome back. Thank you for subscribing and supporting this channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, guess what? You have the right not to subscribe. But guess what again? I will appreciate it if you subscribe. So hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's get to work. Now, some of you might be saying, what is so special about the Spanish accent mark? After all, it's only a small line on top of a letter, right? Well, let us take a look at these two sentences. The first one is, el bebé bebe leche. And the second one is, el bebé bebe leche. What's the difference between the two? Well, the first one means the drinks milk. And the second one means the baby drinks milk. As you can see, big difference, right? Now that you know what is so important about the Spanish accent mark, let us find out how it really works. I mean, you see it on top of A, E, O, E. You even see it on top of U, which you're probably thinking, okay, now it's just too much. The truth is that I used to think the same thing until I understand the reason why the Spanish accent mark is so important. And before we move on, I want you to understand that when it comes to the Spanish accent mark, you get many explanations. But remember, safe and simple. So I will keep it safe and simple for you. But one thing to remember is that the accent mark is always on top of a vowel and never on top of a consonant. And when you think of the Spanish accent mark, think of 4 categories. In the first category, the accent mark is there to put a stress on the letter. For example, let's take a look at these two sentences. The first one is, el español es fácil. And the second one is, el español es fácil. You heard the difference? The first one, I did not stress the A, but the second one, I stressed the A because of the accent mark. Now, the A in fácil always have an accent mark. And also there are other words that always have an accent mark. And some of them are teléfono, café, sofá, difícil, miércoles, sábado. These are just few examples just to get you some ideas. Now, in the second category, the accent mark is there to differentiate between two words that look alike, sound alike, but have different meanings. For example, él tiene hambre and el hombre tiene hambre. The L with the accent mark means he, and the L without the accent mark means the. Let's look at another example. Ella no tiene té and ella no te tiene. The T with the accent mark means tea, and the T without the accent mark means you. Now, in the third category, the accent mark is there to tell us what tense a Spanish verb is in. For example, llamo a Paul and llame a Paul. And also, habla con Tam and hablo con Tam. As you can see, there's a difference between the present tense and the past tense. And also, it's good to know that all the verbs in the conditional tense have an accent mark. And also, all the verbs in the future tense have an accent mark, except nosotros. Nosotros is the only verb in the future tense that does not have an accent mark. In the fourth category, the accent mark is on top of a question word, because in Spanish, every question word has an accent mark. For example, ¿qué dijiste? ¿Quién se comió el pastel? ¿Dónde está María? As you can see, not only the Spanish accent mark is special, it also plays a very important part in the Spanish language. And I know we keep saying Spanish accent mark. Homework, tell me, how do you say an accent mark in Spanish? Is it acento, marco acento, or tilde? Find out which one of these three is the right answer and put it down in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thank you so much for watching. Muchas gracias y nos vemos.